Hi, my name's Marina and I'm 16. I was a little girl with long blonde hair and blue eyes, and I was always extremely short. My hair reached my bum. That was fun. We used to live in a nice house with my older brother and my mummy and my daddy, and that was all fun times and stuff, and we were all happy. And down the road lived my grandparents, and I loved to visit them because they're absolutely lovely. Oh yeah, and we also had a big fluffy German Shepherd. I loved him. One day my dad had to move to Ireland and I was extremely confused and I didn't know what was happening. I didn't even realise much at the time. So me, my mum and my older brother were left at home. Bye, Dad. I wasn't the brightest kid in school. Like, for example, when they asked what we wanted to be when we were older, I said a cat. Nobody liked that. When I was younger, I was about 6, I broke my arm from going to a firework water display and jumping on the grass multiple times, which broke my arm. I was a really stupid kid. In school, I wasn't even smart enough to think that 1 times 0 equaled 0. I thought it equaled 1. I had to ask my brother about that. When me and my brother were growing up, we always used to see our mum with different men. This really confused us and made us quite upset because we didn't know what was happening. But I guess as long as it made her happy. When I was younger, I had a best friend called Jaylan, and we liked cats very much. We used to pretend to be cats in lunchtimes. Yep. At the age of 8, I got into online games, and the first game that I was ever introduced to was RuneScape, and I was introduced to this by my brother, who literally we were both in love with this game and we couldn't get off the computer for hours. RuneScape actually led me to having a lot of fun and learning a lot of things, like what an oak tree was. How interesting. I met my best friend online on this game, and her name was Emma, and we've been friends for 7 years, and she changed my life a lot, just from a simple game. There was a time in my life where I started to rip out my hair, and I don't know why. This completely left me with bruises all over my arm, and I had a massive bald patch from what was happening. This made me really sad. I also stopped washing, so I gained a lot of spots. This was really bad times. When I went to school and told everyone about this new best friend that I gained over the internet, they all told me that she was a pedo and an old man and that I was going to get raped. This made me extremely sad because I knew Emma was real, and I was right. One day my mum decided that she would actually drive me over to Emma's house, and she lived in Luton. We drove a good hour or 2 just to get there, and then me and Emma finally met. She was real. I was completely right. Around after this time, I kept seeing how upset Emma got about being overweight, and she told me every day how she was upset about being fat. Seriously, I did not see her in that way. She was literally the most beautiful person I'd ever met and was the most beautiful person in my life. Size doesn't define beauty. She was absolutely gorgeous to me. I went from primary school to secondary school with hope. I wanted to actually have friends and have a better life, but I did make a best friend in that year called Melissa, but after a while she had to move to Canada at the end of year 7 and I was left alone, and I was bullied for quite a long time. I hated school. In year 9, I made a group of friends, and this was probably one of the best school years I had. We had a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed those years of my life. During this time, I met a boy who eventually became my boyfriend. He was the reason I stopped believing I was so ugly. He doesn't know how grateful I am. I eventually found out about this website called YouNow off Sam Pepper because he was broadcasting on it. I began broadcasting myself and I had no idea that this website was going to change my life. The first meetup I ever went to was a YouNow meetup, and it was in Birmingham. And I literally loved it. I made so many friends. It made me the happiest I'd ever been. YouNow then changed into YouTube, and I loved YouTube. Eventually after this, I became best friends with my best friend right now, whose name is Honoka, who's only just a little bit shorter than me. She understands, and she changed my life. Thank you. All of this and meeting new people and going to YouNow meetups and YouTube meetups have literally made me so happy and thankful. I even met my boyfriend through a YouTube meetup. I'm so happy right now, and I'm literally so grateful for all that's happened. You all changed my life. I really want you to know how thankful I am. Thank you for watching this video, and I love you guys. Bye.